after the work is complete. And that sentiment is religion for me. And what that means is the only kind of creative endeavors that I choose to do, what I love, the work that speaks to me the most, is the kind of work where you put your head down and you say, how can I tell the best story? What is this that I'm trying to communicate? How can I do that the best? And then once that's done, once you've achieved that, once the song is laid down, the video is done, your movie's complete, then you say, okay, how do we actually make money off of this? And that's what I believe in. That's what I subscribe to. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do. The most undervalued aspect of success, no matter what you want to do in life, but certainly in this world, this kind of undefined landscape, the most undervalued aspect is patience. Patience is everything. Like, if you're starting today and you're like, I want to do this, if you're not prepared to do it for the next 10 years without any success, then don't start now. You're wasting your time, because that's what it takes. And I think it's tough because the people that we see succeed, it seems like from afar they've succeeded overnight. Some of them have. Like, some people have gotten really lucky and they struck gold on their first swing. That's rare. For the vast majority, it's people who work in it. We talked about Mr. Beast before. Mr. Beast is a fantastic example. I mean, that guy talked into like his old compact PC with like a 480 line resolution webcam, because that's all he had for like 7 years, making videos that were terrible before he figured out how to do his thing that worked, which is counting to 1,000 on camera or something nonsensical like that. But it worked for him. He did it. He figured it out. So the unsexy advice is that just put your head down and keep going. Don't quit your day job. Don't YOLO this, because it's not going to work. You will fail. And if you're not prepared to fail, then like don't start at all. Instead, like, you keep your job and keep earning that money so you can pursue your passion. And eventually, one will overtake the other if you're doing it right. But that eventuality, if you're really lucky, it might be a couple of years. If you're not, it might be a decade or so. And if it takes you longer, it takes you longer. You should be prepared to dedicate everything to it. And I think that YouTube and social media has really messed up our perspective on that. There's this expectation that you should be able to explode, this expectation, because the barrier to entry is so low. You don't have to go to NYU film school anymore. You don't have to pay off those student loans. You don't have to have a film camera. You don't have to get into Sundance. You don't have to do any of that. You don't need an agent. Sorry, WMU, I know you're here somewhere. But you don't need an agent. You don't need any of that. All of that infrastructure that was once needed, that once predicated success, any success at all, you don't need any of that. All you need is an internet connection, which if you're in this room, you have. So just because we can all jump in the swimming pool doesn't mean we're all going to swim. And I think that is really misunderstood, because no one wants to face that really ugly, disparaging truth. It's not fair, it's not easy, it's brutal, and it's a slog. And if you're willing to confront that, then you can find success. There will be success there. That's the reality. You combine those two: patience, you never give up, that pursuit, that resistance, that tenacity, combined with like finding your own voice. If you put those two together, they will combust, they will explode. Just takes a little time.
Great.